Can you see it lumbering through the dense jungle? With its 3 horns and bony frill, the Triceratops was like a celebrity in the dino world. The frill looked like a fancy crown, and those horns were no joke either. They made it tough to mess with this plant-eating powerhouse. But there's much more to this prehistoric hero than just a fancy headpiece. Let's discover the secrets of the Triceratops, starting with its family tree. Triceratops belonged to a group of dinosaurs called Ceratopsids. Now, that might sound like terrifying ceratopsids, but these horned dinos were known more for their herbivorous diets and funky headgear. The Triceratops hung out in the subfamily Chasmosaurinae and had some stylish cousins like Styracosaurus, the one with a spiky frill, and Chasmosaurus. Recognizing the Triceratops as a piece of cake. With 3 horns, 2 over its eyes and a smaller one on its nose, and a giant frill on the back of its head, it had a look like no other. It also had a big, strong beak, perfect for snipping up prehistoric plants, and a tough body to fend off any predators that dared to challenge it. Its name says it all. The word Triceratops comes from the Greek words tri, meaning 3, and ceratops, meaning horned face. 3 horned faces right on the money. But these horns weren't just for looks, they helped this dino boss defend itself and maybe impress the other dinos, too. The Triceratops was a giant, standing at nearly 10 feet, 2.9 meters, tall at the hips, as high as a 1-story building. Stretching up to 30 feet, 9 meters, from its nose to the tip of its tail, this creature could be longer than a school bus. All that length packed a punch in the weight department, too. Weighing between 13,000 and 26,000 pounds, 5,900 to 12,000 kilograms, it was like a parade of elephants all packed into one dinosaur. It wasn't just strong, it was one tough cookie. Now, for a dino this big, you'd think it would be slow, right? Well, think again. While it wasn't the fastest on the field, the Triceratops could still book it at around 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers per hour, if it really needed to, which is faster than most humans. If a predator tried to tangle with it, this beast could bolt or even charge. Its famous horns are only the beginning. The 2 brow horns above its eyes could grow to about 3 feet, 1 meter, long, while the smaller nose horn added a little extra flair. The large frill that fanned out from the back of its skull wasn't just decoration, it could have helped protect its neck or maybe even kept it cool on hot days. The Triceratops was a vegetarian. Using its sharp beak, it snapped low-lying plants and shrubs, dining on ferns, cycads, and other prehistoric leafy greens. With hundreds of leaf-shaped teeth in its mouth, it had no problem chomping through even the toughest plants. Imagine a giant salad bar, and the Triceratops was the champion eater. So, how did it hunt for its food if it was a plant eater? Simple, it used its strong beak to crop vegetation and its rows of teeth to chomp away. Unlike predators that needed to sneak up on their prey, the Triceratops just ambled along, finding tasty plants to snack on whenever it felt like it. While its teeth were strong, they didn't last forever. But that's no problem for a dino with a never-ending supply of replacements. Triceratops had rows of teeth that worked like a conveyor belt, so whenever one set got worn down, another would move right in to take its place. Talk about handy! Scientists believe that Triceratops was probably a bit of a loner compared to other ceratopsids. But fossil evidence hints that the youngsters might have hung out together in groups before going solo as adults. I guess they needed some dino friends to help out until they grew into their frills. Was the Triceratops territorial? It's possible. With those horns, it could have defended its turf, warding off rival Triceratops or other herbivores with a little headbutt or two. The Triceratops had good senses of sight and smell, making it hard to sneak up on. Its large, forward-facing eyes helped it see predators coming, and its nose picked up on scents all around. That big frill might have also been a way to show off and send signals to other dinos. Fossils of the Triceratops have been found in North America, in places like Montana and Wyoming, and in parts of Canada. This region was called Laramidia back in the late Cretaceous. Triceratops loved the warm, wet environments, where it could munch on plants all day long. In the late Cretaceous, Triceratops roamed the subtropical lowlands filled with forests, rivers, and swamps. It had some pretty cool neighbors too, like the T-Rex, who might have been too interested in Triceratops for all the wrong reasons, and the spiky Ankylosaurus. Triceratops babies hatched from eggs and were way smaller than their giant parents. As they grew, their horns changed shape and size, becoming more impressive. The young ones probably stayed in groups for protection, but once they were old enough to fend for themselves, they'd head off to go solo. The Triceratops lived alongside other herbivores that liked to eat the same kinds of plants, such as hadrosaurids like Edmontosaurus. Tyrannosaurus rex was always lurking around, looking for a meal, but the Triceratops didn't back down easily. Its horns and frill made it a challenging snack for the T-Rex. The story of the Triceratops ends in a dramatic way. The giant asteroid that hit the Earth around 66 million years ago caused such drastic climate changes that many ecosystems collapsed, wiping out the Triceratops and many other dinosaurs. Even though they're long gone, these majestic creatures left behind amazing fossils and a legacy that continues to inspire us.
Wow, Zach, thank you for telling me all about the Triceratops. They sound like such cool dinosaurs, with those 3 horns and their big frill. I think I like them way more than a T-Rex. The T-Rex is like a bully of the forest, always stomping around and trying to snack on the Triceratops. I mean, who could eat such a cute dinosaur? It's just not fair. If I were there, I'd stand guard and wave my arms like, shoo, T-Rex. Find your own snacks. Thanks for the story, Zach. You're the best. Do you think we can head over to Professor Insight's 3D lab now? I want to learn more on this amazing dinosaur.
Absolutely, Zoe. Let's go. I'm so excited to see this dinosaur in the 3D lab too.
Hey Zoe and Zach, let's zoom back in time and meet one of the most incredible dinosaurs ever, Triceratops, which means 3-horned face. This giant dino stood about 9.8 feet or 3 meters tall at the shoulders and stretched around 26 to 30 feet or 8 to 9 meters long from its head to its tail. Imagine a creature weighing between 13,000 and 26,000 pounds or 5,900 to 11,800 kilograms munching on ferns and cycads. Triceratops roamed the plains and forested areas of North America, and boy, were they a sight with their massive bony frills and 3 fearsome horns. These dinosaurs weren't just about looks, they used their impressive horns and frills to protect themselves from predators and to impress friends. They loved hanging out in herds and could run up to 20 miles per hour when they needed a quick getaway. The first Triceratops fossils were found near Denver, Colorado in 1887, and since then, many more have been discovered, including a huge one named Big John in South Dakota. This dino walked on all 4 of its strong legs and could even use its frill to scare off rivals or predators. Living in a range of environments from subtropical to temperate climates, Triceratops was truly a master of its domain.
Bye-bye, Professor.
Bye, Professor, and thank you. Alright. That wraps up our super exciting second episode of Professor Insight's Dinosaur Adventures. We hope you had a blast learning with us. Don't forget to check out our first episode all about the mighty T-Rex. You'll find the link in the description below. If you love what you saw, hit that like button, share it with all your friends, drop us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to @Professor Insights for more awesome dinosaur discoveries. See you in the next adventure.